Okay, good morning my dear students. Hope you are all keeping fine. Okay, as I told you, today we can revise the first chapter. Okay, so today revision, now you can just relax and sit. Okay, in first chapter, that is a small chapter, easy chapter, in that we discussed about food. We are all familiar with this food, so it is an easy chapter, I think. Okay, so what and all we discussed in this chapter, we will summarize now. After that, you can clear your doubts. After that, I will clear my doubts also. Okay. In that, we discussed about food. What you meant by food? What was food? What is food? Okay, the food. What is that is the substance what we eat or drink for the survival of the organism or for getting energy. That is called the food. Then we discussed about variety of food, huge variety of food we are familiar. In that we can have varieties of rice, variety of vegetables, or different kinds of dessert items, bakery items, or we can have different items of meat items, or we are having different items for breakfast, lunch, or supper. Or we are familiar with so many sweet items. Okay, these are all different variety of food. So what is our aim is that to classify this huge variety of food. For that we have to understand what are the ingredients of these items. Okay, these different kinds of items, what are the ingredients. For that we have to understand what is ingredients. Then only we can classify or we can understand what are the ingredients. So first we have to define what is ingredients. Ingredients are materials which are required to make particular dish or particular kind of food. That is called the ingredients. What is that ingredients? Ingredients are materials which are needed for making particular dish. That is called the ingredients. So we discussed so many different kinds of ingredients. It can be vegetables, meat, spices, or some other rice, wheat, or something like that. Okay, these are all called the ingredients. So I'm asking you, what is the difference between recipe and ingredients? Is there any difference or is it same? Ingredients are the materials that are required to make particular dish. Then what do you mean by recipe? Recipe includes how we can make, that is the instruction also it includes. Recipe includes the instruction as well as the ingredients. But ingredients means only we are mentioning the materials what we are needed for making particular dish. Okay. Then for this, when we discussed about these ingredients, we can see that these ingredients are coming from plants or animals. That is, we search about what is the source of this food. So, for that, first we have to find out what you meant by source of food. We have to define what is meant by source of food. So, source of food is that the place or the living organism from which we obtain food is called the source of food. Okay, it is the place or living organism. Why we are saying about place or living organism? That is, if plants or animals are the sources of food, why we call it as place? That because the plants and the animals are living organisms. Just to think about honey. Where we are obtaining honey? From honeybees. We can say it is a place. That's why we are adding this term also, the place. Place or the living organism from which we obtain food is called the source of food. Then we discussed about what is the importance of food. Why we are talking about food? Is there any importance? Okay, in that mainly we discussed about 3 points. First point is it provides energy to perform various activities. We need too much energy in day-to-day life, and this energy we are obtaining from the food what we are eating. That is, it provides energy to perform various activities. Okay. The second thing is it protects us from germs and infections. Now we are familiar with the coronavirus. That is also a type of germ, and this body can have its own immunity power to fight against these germs and infections. The power, the body gains this power from the food what we are eating. So we can say the food protects us from germs and infections. Okay. And the third point is it helps us to grow and repairing cells. Grow and repairing cells. See the children's how they are growing like you. It's beautiful, no? So it helps us to grow. And in the second picture you can see that the bones, they fractured bone or broken bone, and after few days you can see it retains its original form, original stage. So it can the body can repair their own cells from the energy what they are obtaining from food. Okay. So this is the third point, help us to grow and repairing cells. Good. So first point, it provides us energy. Second point, it protects us from germs and infections. And third point, it helps us to grow and repairing cells. Okay. Then going back to sources of food, we have two types of sources of food, that are plants and animals. Then what we discussed about different parts of plant we eat, because we know we are using different parts of plant as our food. So some plants, for example tapioca, we are using roots, and for jai we are using fruit. Okay, so different plants we are using different parts. What are the parts we can use for a plant? We can use roots, stem, leaves, flowers and seeds. These are the different parts of plant, and different parts of plant we can eat. And we could discuss what are the examples of plants what we are eating: the root, stem, leaves, flowers or seeds. And in that we could discuss about the seeds. The seeds are different part because it can have a life in that. So just you think about a dried seed can hide a life in that. What a wonderful it is. So this is the peculiarity of seeds. Seeds can hide, or it can have a new life, a new plant in that. That is the peculiarity of seeds. For proving this case, that means a seed is containing a small plant in that. We discussed about sprouted seeds. Hope you just experienced that activity, sprouted seeds. If it is not, you can practice today. Okay. Then in that you can see after some days we can see a small plant coming out from the seeds. Okay. Then we discussed about animals as a source of food. What are the different kinds of food we are obtaining from animals? That is milk, egg, meat and honey. Then this cow gives us milk as well as meat. Then hen is giving egg as well as meat. And fish, they are giving meat. So different kinds of animals we are using as our food, and they are giving us milk, meat, egg and honey. And this from milk we can obtain so many different kinds of food as curd, ghee, cheese, like that, etc. Okay. Then in that the animals as a source of food, we could discuss about honey also. How this honey is preparing by honeybees. They are visiting flowers for the nectar and collecting the nectar from the flower, and after that what they have to do? They are taking this back to the honey bee hives, and there that is processing for having honey. Okay. Then what we discussed about classification of animals based on their food habits. Like human beings, the animals also have their own food habits, and based on these food habits, the animals are classified into three. What are they? Herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Then we see about herbivores. What do you mean by herbivores? The animals which eat plant or plant products are called herbivores. That is, plant-eating animals. Plant-eating animals are called herbivores. Then we could see some examples like cow, goat, deer, horse, elephant, like that, etc., etc. Okay. Then we discussed about carnivores and omnivores. What do you mean by carnivores? Carnivores are meat-eating animals, or animals which eat animal or animal products, that are called carnivores. Then what do you mean by omnivores? Omnivores can have both plants as well as meat or animals for their food. So both they can have, so they are called omnivores. Examples of omnivores are say human being, chimpanzee, dog, rat, etc., etc. These are all omnivores. And in this, from this source of food, we could discuss then plants are called autotrophs and animals are called heterotrophs. Why plants are called autotrophs? Because plants can prepare their own food. In the earth, only plants can prepare their own food. All other organisms depend upon other animals or plants for their food. So, the plants are called autotrophs, or they are called producers. They are producing their own food, or they are producing food. That's why they are called producers. So, plants are called producers or autotrophs, and animals are called what? Animals are called consumers or heterotrophs. Consumers means they are consuming other plants or animals. That's why they are called consumers or heterotrophs. Organisms which depend upon other animals or plants for their food, they are called consumers. This much only we could discuss in this chapter. Okay. So, I hope you understood now. This is a small chapter, easy chapter. Okay. So, now you can clear your doubts.